I hope somebody's out there getting my message. This is for you. God didn't put you on this earth to be regular or average. Your past, if you're an ex-con criminal, you've been to jail, you've been in fights, domestic violence, problems, trauma, child abuse, rapes, attacks, someone mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally beat you down to the floor. Your past does not predict your future. God didn't bring you on this earth to be average. Sometimes your test becomes your testimony. People can relate to folks way more when they know you've actually been through some shit. For the folks that grew up in the suburbs with a golden spoon in their mouth, that's cool. That's a part of some people's destinies and their choices. That's a part of some people's upbringing, to be born privileged with a golden spoon in your mouth. But if you're like me, if you actually been through some shit, you've been exposed to murders, drugs, physical, emotional, and spiritual abuse, your test becomes your testimony. Tell your story. Tell everybody what you've been through, what's on your mind, because you can save a life from just speaking on your story. Don't keep it to yourself. Be effective. Some of y'all are so caught up in being famous. It's not in everybody's cards to be famous, but it is in everybody's cards to be effective. You're going to have to become weird, isolated. You're going to have to keep to yourself. You're going to have to swim in your thoughts and try and discover who you are, who God has destined you to be. You have not reached your full potential. In order to be effective, you have to spend time with your gifts and your talents. You have to mold and shape them. You have to get in that studio and put real hours in that studio to mold and shape and develop your talent and your gifts. You have to model. You have to be in the city where people can actually discover you. If you live in the middle of nowhere, no one is going to discover you. Out of sight, out of mind, you have to be in the city that represents that vision and that goal that God has put around your life. You have to be effective. You have to set yourself up to be effective. If you want to become an entrepreneur, you have to focus and be around successful people. You have visions and ideas that you can't afford because you have no money. But it doesn't mean that the value with your vision and idea has no value. Some of the most successful people in the world don't have the visions and ideas that you have as an entrepreneur. But out of sight, out of mind, you have to go to those restaurants, go to those clubs, learn how to play golf, because some of the biggest deals in the world are brokered on the golf course, because it takes sometimes 5 to 8 hours, 6 hours to play 16 holes. You have to be effective. God didn't bring you in this world. Your mother and father did not bring you on this world to be average. All the parties, clubbing and hanging out, the clubs ain't going nowhere. Your friends are going to talk shit to you because you're isolated and you're by yourself. They're going to talk shit about you. You changed. Why you don't hang out with us no more? Why you don't call me? Because I'm trying to focus on my craft to be effective. If this message goes over your head, it's okay. I've done my part. I've planted the seed. You will not be able to say that you don't know any better. I love you. I've decided in my one life that I'm going to be effective. If you make it to the end of this message, I want you to write, be effective. Matter of fact, I want you to personalize it. I want you to say, I will be effective. You gotta be weird. Gotta be isolated. You gotta become like a mad scientist. You have visions and ideas and inventions. You're a talent. Doesn't matter if you had kids, you're not washed up. It's not over. Doesn't matter if you got married and settled down, it's not over. It doesn't matter that they tore you down and told you and made you believe that you ain't shit. It's not over. God brought you in this world so that you can be effective. You could be dead right now, but you're not dead. You're still here. You've been through some shit. You fell off. Everything about your career and your intentions of your career around that time did not happen when you thought it was supposed to happen, and you just said, fuck it. Let me be average. No. No. No, 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 not at all. It's your season. It's your time. Accept this message. Respark. I want this message to awaken the beast inside of you. You're out of shape, but it's not too late. We see it all the time. People that are 300-400 pounds, 200-400 pounds, put on a bunch of weight, and they decide, they change their mind, and it changes their body. See, your body is a slave of the mind. The way you look is a direct reflection of thought. Your body is a slave of the mind. Change your mind and it's going to change your life. Change your surroundings and it's going to change your life. God brought you in this world to be effective. I love you. I just woke up. It's Sunday morning and that's my message for you. I will be effective. Write that on my timeline. Share this video. We got 15 million people on my Facebook page right now. I love it. God bless you. I'm about to take a shower. I'm about to take a shower. Good morning, people.